Yo, it's good as Mastermind MMA, and the saga continues. I told you Espinoza and Dana White have bad blood. I've had beef for years upon years now, and it's just getting perpetuated at this point. I don't see it getting squashed. They say there's no permanent friends or enemies in business, but you can be friends with someone to make some money, and as soon as you broke that bread, they could go right back to being your enemy. I feel like that's the exact situation we're in because Steven Espinoza responded an hour ago at 2:44 p.m. He tweeted out, "Sounds like he's upset because we committed the cardinal sin of telling the truth when we released the accurate total numbers for North American pay-per-view buys on Maymac. Strange that telling the truth in the press release vetted by all parties in advance is something to be quote-unquote despised for." Here's the thing. I think it's very important. And he put, when he said telling the truth, he put in parentheses when we released the accurate total for North American pay-per-view buys on Maymac, which is very, very telling because I said that doesn't sound right. But then again, when they put that release out, it's like, all right, now it definitely makes much more sense because they're saying it's for only North America. Now that metric makes more sense to me, but that's a very important key piece of information, and I feel like it's very important that he put it in parentheses. That says a lot about his statement in support of Dana White. You know what I mean? Like Dana, this is corporate America, so they're going to be very careful with how they word things, and they're going to be very technical, and they're going to play a lot of games like that. But then Guess who fucking burst in through the door like it's motherfucking WWE and it's a promo and these two motherfuckers in the ring and they just cut to some motherfucker coming in hot. You guessed it right. The notorious Conor McGregor hops on motherfucking Twitter and he says, "Shut your weasel mouth. Who gives a fuck about North American numbers when we're the global kings, you schmuck. Worldwide #1. Shut your weasel mouth, you fuck." I added that extra "shut your fucking mouth." But Conor McGregor chimed in and he ruined Espinoza's name, bro. Like he is "you fucking weasel" at this point for the rest of his life. It's kind of funny because Jeff Nowitzki was on the JRE podcast, and he was saying how he didn't know about the golden snitch name, and he was wondering, like, he Googled himself, and then like it was like Jeff Nowitzki, aka the golden snitch, and apparently that's like a name Shab came up with, and even when you ask Alexa, it says the golden snitch. So it's funny that he just got fucking branded with that name, the Golden Snitch. And that's exactly what Conor McGregor did to Steven Espinoza. "You fucking weasel." Espinoza, that's all he's known for. And he's just like bringing it back. In case you forgot, he just had to bring that shit back up again. And it's funny, man, because you could tell that was getting under his skin. You could tell in the interviews he was doing, he was like, "Listen, I'm pissed off." And when they were in London, and he was like, "Espinoza, how you doing? You fucking weasel." And you could see Espinoza shift like he's about to get up and just slap the fuck out of him. And he's like, "What? You'll do fucking nothing. Stand up. Stand up. That's what I thought. You'll do fucking nothing." And it was just fucking hilarious, man. And I tell you, man, this is going to be a back and forth and a back and a forth. Now, Dana White is going to respond to that. And I don't know, man, maybe something happened where there's something happening behind the scenes that's creating this friction. So I don't know what truly sparked Dana White to... honestly, bro, I feel like Showtime was kind of playing games. And Dana White doesn't really like... He plays games with people, but when people play games with him, he has no tolerance for it. So I feel like this was one of those moments where he felt like he was getting played with, and he said, "Nah, fuck that." And then he called up his boy Conor, and he's like, or Conor must have jumped in because this has to do with Conor's drawing power. So Conor is like, "Nah, fuck that. I got like, you fucking weasel." And what he said? He said, "Ellerby, you something," and Oh no, he called McGregor at one of the press conferences. He's like, "You fucking bitch and you fucking weasel." So this shit is funny, man. It's kind of funny when you see corporate beef and you see like these executives and the CEOs hashing it out, like not even hashing it out, but just going through it. Especially when like they're Twitter beefing like they're rappers or some shit. So I mean, yo, that's fucking funny as hell. And Espinoza is kind of like playing that innocent role, but like making sure he's putting in that technicality in there. But you know Espinoza doesn't like Dana, and maybe if it perpetuates back and forth, I'll go really in depth into the origins of their original beef. I touched on it on the last video I did, but this shit is fucking funny, man. Conor coming out of nowhere like, "You fucking weasel." So I mean, this shit is funny again, man. So let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you think about who's doing what and all that. And you already know it's Mastermind MMA, or like who's in the right. I meant you already know it's Mastermind MMA.